mean, this wordplay. This ain't to make friends. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, you ready?
I'm ready for another close-up, Mr. DeVille. Welcome to Wordplay Podcast, episode 34. I am your host, Dre Parker, and as always, by my side, Big Jay.
What up?
What's good, bro?
What up?
So, you know we always go, how was your week? How was your week, man?
It was good. What about you?
Yeah, it was all right. I'm glad it's at the ass end. Yeah. All right, now, if you just tuning in to Wordplay the Podcast, on this show, we talk about things that we find important, and then we elaborate on them, dig a little deeper, and we put a wordplay spin on it.
AKA the Early Late Show.
AKA the Early Late Show, AKA Your Mama Like It.
Yeah.
And if you just tuning in, if this is your first time experiencing the wordplay, please like, subscribe, and share as always. And don't be no hating motherfucker like they alright. Like, no, nigga, you know you like this shit.
And hit us up on iTunes too, and let us know y'all fucking with that shit.
We on iTunes as well. Now this week, this past, I don't know, fuck 7 days. This past like 4 days, there's been a lot of shit.
No, it started from the beginning of the week because the Eminem shit was in the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all know we gonna touch on the G-Eazy. Well, we gonna touch on the mayonnaise mayhem.
Yeah.
We're gonna touch on Cap getting endorsed or backed by Nike. We're gonna touch on Joe Budden. If y'all don't know about Joe Budden's podcast, check that out. Him versus Eminem.
The Bobby Brown BET story.
The Bobby Brown movie. We're gonna touch on Crooked Eye. I don't even know who. If y'all don't know who Crooked Eye is, he's
one of the members from Slaughterhouse.
Yeah, Slaughterhouse.
1/4.
Shouts out to them. And that's Joe Homie, and they, you know.
Yeah, dope ass West Coast rapper.
Right. All right. Now, what do you want to start with, Jay?
Oh shit, you ain't say it was on the docket, but the Joe Budden.
Oh yeah.
Versus
So,
Joe Budden podcast versus Charlamagne the God.
It's versus the Breakfast Club. This is a Joe Budden podcast versus the Breakfast Club.
Okay, we're fucking.
Okay, so earlier this week, Joe Budden was on. We talked about it last week, him being on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
But now things have unfolded. So if y'all don't know, if y'all not familiar, I'm gonna give y'all a little background. Joe Budden podcast consists of Joe, Rory, Maul, Parks, and a couple other motherfuckers I'm not gonna say.
Yeah.
But shouts out to them though. And of course, the Breakfast Club is Charlamagne, DJ Envy, and Angela Yee. And I'm pretty sure that it's a tiff going on. I want to say that. I want to say a tiff. Not really sure. But things have been said. Can you elaborate on a little bit of the shit? What it's like Charlamagne was saying these niggas is inexperienced and
yeah, basically he was saying that that them niggas really ain't got a background as far as the culture know to be commenting on the culture. But it was all a joke according to him. It was all satire. He was trying to, poking fun at them because they do the shit podcast wars where everybody kind of like send shots back and forth, but it don't be serious supposedly. But it's always seemed like some underground passive aggressive shit. So you never really know. But as far as what Charlamagne said, he said it's all love. He just be fucking with them, but you never know with them niggas
at all.
So as far as shit, what we gonna go with it? You want to talk about the Rory and Maul side, or you want to talk about the Charlamagne side?
Okay, so so Maul started out saying that the Breakfast Club will be dead.
Yeah, that was a couple podcasts back.
That was a couple podcasts. It was a few weeks ago. So naturally, if somebody with a nice sized platform says your show is dead, you're gonna take issue with that, which they did, and so Charlamagne basically said these niggas is inexperienced. Like it's petty shit.
His reasoning was kind of decent. I kind of understand what he said because he's saying as far as like what do you have to stand on to say that? He said because my numbers don't show that we falling off. We syndicated in more markets than any other radio station, and we the leading radio station in New York. So.
In New York, right? Okay. So now these niggas like literally been like with BB guns throwing shots.
Yeah. Because it ain't no big,
it ain't no big
main
thing.
shit.
It's just,
like
I'm gonna say something
podcast.
about you. You gonna say something about me.
Yeah.
Now, Charlamagne is probably the pettiest nigga on earth. I can give him that.
I can agree.
I can give him that. to say these niggas is inexperienced and I would never sit down with them. We just gonna dissect every little thing that was said.
See, and they took that out of context too, because he never said he wouldn't sit down with him. He said he wouldn't sit down without Joe Budden.
That's still the same thing.
But no, he's saying there's no point in doing the Joe Budden podcast if Joe Budden ain't there.
If Joe Budden ain't there, right, facts.
And mostly anybody who would go on that show, as far as it's famous, they wouldn't go if Joe wasn't there.
You think so?
I know so. Because there's a lot of podcasts that rappers just don't go to.
Right. Yeah. Joe Budden podcast being one of them. A lot of people don't go to that one
because
they call in, but
no, I'm saying, but he don't like solicit guests. Right. You can ask to be on there or whatever. He got to fuck with you for you to come on there. Right. I only seen I ain't really seen nobody
on there. There's a couple people.
My man's a singer. Berg. Yeah, Berg, and it's another singer dude. He got into it with Tory Lanez, but stealing his ad libs. I can't remember. Yeah.
How you get into it, a nigga, from stealing the ad libs? Now. So basically, in a nutshell, I want to know: do you think this shit authentic? Like before we get into, because now Maul, not Maul. Yeah, Maul was butthurt, but Rory was really butthurt.
Yeah,
he got.
Maul had some sauce too. He was butthurt about it.
But Rory got to talking about some shit, and this is the part that I didn't let you hear. I guess Rory is a white guy, but he's he got a little sauce to him. He fucks with the culture. I think he worked for Def Jam or some shit like that.
He used to work for Def Jam. I think he worked for Rock Nation right now.
Okay, so he's involved.
Because he just uploaded a picture with Hove.
Right. So he's involved. Now, I guess because they went to college or whatever like that, he knows some shit about envy that happened at Hampton, but he don't want to say. Mm-hmm. His objective was envy. Don't make me say what happened at Hampton. And everybody like, what the fuck? Like, what happened? Like, I'm not going to say. But just know, Envy, that I know what happened at Hampton.
Well, that's a whole different dynamic. Him and Charlamagne kind of cool.
Right.
But the shit between him and Envy go a little deeper because Envy is the reason why Rory can't come up to the Breakfast Club.
But he's also said that he don't want to come up to the Breakfast Club, which I think is some bullshit.
He did want to, and Envy blocked him from coming up there. So now he don't want to come up there because when when they was first had announced that they was doing Duce Palooza instead of Henny Palooza, they was doing a press run, and all of them niggas was going up to different spots. And Rory called Charlamagne and was like, I'm scheduled to come up there. Everything cool? He like, yeah. So I guess Envy found out that he was coming up there, and he hit Charlamagne like, nah, that nigga can't come up here. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he was talking shit on his podcast or whatever, and I don't like what he said, so he can't come up here. So Yee is Envy best friend, so they always take it to a vote. It's always gonna be 2 against 1.
Right.
So he said, fuck it, shit. It is what it is.
Now, my question to you is, do you think that's petty of Rory to say that shit and not tell us the juice?
No, because Envy a petty ass nigga like that too. We seen it with the Deezus and Mero shit.
Facts.
So for him,
but to just say like, oh,
because he not even a silly nigga. You got to remember, that's not his role on the show. He kind of like the straight man, and when he get butthurt about some shit, he really be hurt. Like when Chris Rock came up there, he was really butthurt about a kid's game. Yeah, because after his kids bust Chris Rock team ass, Chris Rock was like, nigga, I ain't giving y'all niggas no picture. Y'all just whip my kids' team ass. I ain't giving y'all no picture. Fuck that. Right. And he was like, oh, he a whole ass nigga. No, it's sports. And then he a comedian, so he could have been like fucking with y'all. Yeah. So Envy is the perfect target because, you know what I'm saying?
Anything can make him mad, bro. I don't care.
Yeah.
Anything will make him mad.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
It's an easy target, bro.
That shit fucked up, man. Man. So now, what did I ask you before we got to rolling? I asked you something
about
about the Charlamagne, like how Rory talked to Charlamagne before, all that shit. Like we good,
and then talk to him after the shit,
and then talk to him after we good.
Yeah,
and I feel like Charlamagne is the Breakfast Club. So I personally feel like when he talk to people, he's talking to people. Or he should talk to people.
Representing the Breakfast Club.
Representing the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
But it's not like that.
Nah.
It's always an eye, like, look, nigga.
Yeah, because each one have their own individual feeling about shit.
Right.
See, when Birdman came up there and did what he did, he called and apologized to Envy and Yee.
He didn't call and apologize to Charlamagne.
Charlamagne didn't get no call.
Right.
Cause Charlamagne be the one that talking the shit. He know, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
So it's like they don't represent each other like as one, as the Breakfast Club. Everybody got their own individual persona.
And I get it, but if we a team, like we a team,
then they a ragtag assembly, nigga. They not a team for real. Them niggas ain't like bleeding for each other.
And I do understand. I just said this like earlier. If Charlamagne wasn't on the Breakfast Club, I wouldn't watch the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear Envy. And shouts out to Envy. And shouts out to Yee. But I don't want to hear just y'all two.
And see, that's the thing. That's the kind of equivalent of Charlamagne going up to Joe Budden podcast without Joe Budden. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, I get you. I get you now.
So
We there.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. All this shit, like, I don't know if the shit real.
And it's fucked up because it's publicity and the way people promoting shit is what makes you think different about it. Because, nigga, you don't know if it's real because it could just be promotion. Because they just did Spotify. Man. What's the name of them trying to get their shit up?
That's what we gonna get to that. Because you know, my theory on a couple things that happened this week.
Okay.
But I'm looking at the shit and I'm just like the shit that happened with Joe when Eminem dissed Joe. Joe Budden didn't respond. He said, "Wait for the podcast episode."
Yeah.
No problem. I see that already. I already know you got a platform. Niggas gonna want to hear it
because he don't rap no more.
Because he don't rap no more. And objectively. But you could tweet though, my nigga. You could throw an Instagram picture of something, nigga. Like,
but when somebody come at you with bars as a rapper, you supposed to come back with bars.
I didn't know if you heard the shit. I'm not saying that. I'm pretty sure you did.
If you watched the Joe Budden podcast, his cadence and everything was like he rapping at this nigga.
Yeah, like, we gonna go there. We gonna get there. All right.
Yeah.
So I just want to get the other shit out the way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, back. I want to go back to this. Now you had brought up Desus and Mero off camera.
Yeah.
Do Desus and Mero like look at each other or like are they a unit?
Yeah.
Like if you disrespect him, you fucking with him.
Yeah.
Period.
Off top.
All right.
Because with the same shit with Envy, you know what I'm saying? It was between him and Desus because Desus is the one that said it.
Right.
But Mero, that nigga like he wanted to smoke too. He ain't give a fuck. He like this my man's. So we stand by everything we say. We write all our shit together.
Right. Facts.
So at the end of the day, nigga, his joke is my joke. So you get mad at it, you mad at me.
At DJ Envy, listen here, man. You gotta relax. You got a beautiful family, a beautiful wife. You got money. You got the biggest platform in the world at this point, as far as entertainment go. You know what I mean? Yeah. You gotta relax, man. You gotta stop being butthurt about shit.
He getting booked.
Huh? You getting booked. You stay spinning them motherfucking records. You gotta relax, man. God damn.
Yeah, that nigga be.
You supposed to be living your best life, nigga. You pissed off about nothing. If I'm not gonna block, if I got a problem with a motherfucker and he wanna come on my show and it's a public problem, like a lot of people know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have him on the show. We gonna talk that shit.
Yeah.
We might fight. I don't know. Whatever. At the end result is, it's going to be a check getting cut.
Because Mero said that in the interview with them. He said, you want to go out, step outside?
Did Envy say, yeah, hell yeah?
Yeah, he said, yeah, but he didn't get up.
Well, I mean, afterwards, we're going to shoot the 5. We're going to shoot the 5. And you know what shoot the 5 mean? Give me 5 minutes, man.
Because when they started on Desus and Mero, when they started their episode, they was like, why you ain't say shit? He was like, that's why you was all quiet in the corner when we was sitting in the lobby. We just sitting there. You ain't had no smoke out there, nigga. You waited till you got on camera to say it.
Because you know I'm not going to jump through this table and pass these microphones and fuck you up. Right.
So, I don't know,
You cannot do that, bro. Like, just like, and then, okay, that instance. And then looking at when Rory said that he dapped this nigga up twice in L.A.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And then was with this nigga, like, you know, around this nigga at the one of the Kappa parties.
Okay, you talking about Envy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like, this is some recent shit.
Oh, okay, see, when we was talking about it before, I thought you was talking about Charlamagne was in L.A.
No.
Okay.
Envy, I dapped Envy up twice in L.A. a week ago.
Yeah.
So how was it smoke, my G?
Yeah.
You know what? And that's what I, like, niggas from where we from.
We don't do that.
If I don't fuck with you, my nigga, I don't fuck with you. Nigga, if I'm not about to give you smoke, I'm just gonna ignore you.
Yeah, my hand ain't getting extended, my nigga. I'm just look at your shit and
don't even put your, like, you know, if it's that deep, my nigga, like, and you know I got a problem with you. Yeah. You know that. It ain't gonna be no surprise.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Because even starting off, it was a whole ass move because he never really said what the problem was in public. Right. After Rory addressed it, he never said shit about it.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, he made it seem like it wasn't shit. But you obviously was butthurt because this nigga still can't come up there.
Right. And so now, like, we are assuming, let's just assume that all this shit is just some WWE shit. Yeah. I think that Rory and Envy shit is some real shit.
No, it definitely is.
I don't think it's a way to hash that out,
because they because what the Joe Budden podcast commented on Deezus and Mero shit, like the whole situation after that unfolded at the Breakfast Club.
Right.
So, like, Rory's kind of saying the same sentiment we was kind of saying, like, why you so butthurt? Like, nigga, it wasn't that serious. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then even with the context of what they said, as soon as he said it, he said, I'm just fucking around, being messy, like joking. You know them niggas is like comedians, bro. So for you to get mad and shit. So it's just like, he an easy target to get picked on, bro. So as far as Rory going at him, bro, I think that's some real shit, because he know you, like, you a whole ass nigga, bro. You just dapped me up and you seen me and shit.
My thing is, I'm on a show and my co-host literally talks about everybody.
Yeah.
To a point where we got threatened on the show. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I allow it to happen. I don't say nothing.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And maybe because he don't have no control, but I let him do what he do.
Like they said on the Joe Budden podcast, nigga, he's the B mic.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's a lot to say too about a nigga. But I allow this shit to happen. I don't be like, yeah, bro, you gotta relax.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But then I get mad when a motherfucker say something about me. We talk about motherfuckers all the time on the show.
Yeah.
So for a motherfucker to say anything about Dre and Big Jay, that is perfectly fine, bro. Just make sure you at me in that shit.
Yeah, and be accurate.
Period. Just you ain't even gotta be accurate.
You don't give a fuck?
Hell no, at me.
Fuck it. We can argue. Fuck it.
We can argue, nigga. At me.
So do you feel like just like shadowing it as a part of our show? Do you feel like we represent what each other say at the end of the day?
Yes.
I feel like that too.
But our situation is deeper than just a camera and a mic.
Yeah, for real.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So them niggas kind of like we said, they are ensemble team. They just got put together.
They assembled. You know what I mean? They got put together. Like it's like Destiny Child.
Look, people from you good here, you good here, you good here.
Boom.
We all you
in the group.
Yeah.
And like we seen it most times, shit like that never lasts.
Yeah.
8 years is a long time. But y'all ain't been number one for 8 years.
Yeah, for real. Because they was 4 years. I mean, I think it was. I don't want to misquote them. It's either 2 or 4 years in. They was about to be fucked up. No, I'm talking about they was about to be like off the air. But then the Ray J shit happened.
Right.
And when the Ray J shit happened, the ratings went up and they went on the trailblazing as they went.
Okay, so. And that's what, like, when you throw numbers out, and that's what Charlamagne, like, if y'all didn't see the shit, Charlamagne got talking about we're syndicated and, however many countries, and all that shit is cool.
Yeah.
But you ain't been number one for that long.
No, they have.
You've been on for 8 years. You ain't been number one for 8 years.
Yeah, definitely not. They probably been like the last 4, maybe 5.
So, you know what I mean? Like, I get it, but cool. Now, no hating shit. It's cool. Congratulations, y'all number one.
Yeah.
But realistically, I'm trying to get to that number one spot my damn self, so eat a dick.
So, with them, though, I think the biggest thing that they did was knock Hot 97 out of their number one spot in New York. Because as far as, like, radio, they got the biggest, like, pull in. Them and Big Boy out in L.A.
How can I put it? Never mind. Because, like I said, I still think my biggest thing is with them, their show is based on who they have up there.
But
like, you ever try to listen to that shit in the morning?
No.
Like Donkey
I don't
of the
listen
Day.
to the radio. So I get all my
radio.
Breakfast Club, like, all their content from YouTube.
If I know, like, what happens is I'm on my way to work or some shit like that. I only got about 25 minutes to listen to it. So if it's somebody interested on there, I know what I'm looking at later on.
Yeah.
Right? So I know, oh, damn, I only caught a little bit of the conversation. So, and that's how that shit work with me. But when I'm literally, like, if there's nobody on there and they just, like, doing their regular schmegler shit, I go to another radio station. Because they don't entertain me. I only want to, like, I only listen to them when there's somebody on there.
Okay.
But it's cool that they got a platform where people want to come. So, it works out for them.
Yeah.
But
I mean, because the only reason I say that, because I find myself sometimes listening to content where it's not interviews, where it's like Donkey of the Day, or they might do Ask Ye, or it might be the Rumor Report. You know what I'm saying? I listen to all of those contents too without having interviews. So I feel like that's like entertaining.
Right. But like I said, we gonna end up coming back to that.
Yeah, we'll circle back.
All right. So now let's talk about this Mayhem mayonnaise.
You said it backwards. Dyslexic ass.
I did.
Yeah, you said
Mayhem mayonnaise.
Yeah, it's
bitch, I ain't dyslexic. Don't come on me like that, motherfucker. I got the silver learning advantage, bitch.
Mayonnaise mayhem.
Yeah, the mayonnaise mayhem. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now we had G-Eazy versus MGK versus Eminem. Now we posted this shit on Instagram at Wordplay the Podcast.
Yep.
I don't understand. So Eminem drops, like, you know, everybody know about it right now. Eminem drops a record.
Kamikaze is the
we ain't gotta do all that.
The album, and Fall is the record.
Right. Now, he literally did a 50 Cent How to Rob. That's when 50 Cent talked about everybody.
Yeah, I know, but he didn't really. We'll go with it. Go ahead.
All right, so he just was talking about niggas, you know, other white rappers.
Because 50 said niggas' names.
Yeah, he said niggas' names.
Everybody he was talking about, he said
but
their
Eminem
name.
was saying niggas' names, but he was doing it cleverly.
But he only said Joe Budden, Machine Kelly, and Academics' name, like, specifically. Everybody else, he was kind of like him.
Shouts out to Academics, man. You got to be on some shit to get mentioned in the Eminem record.
Yeah.
Shouts out to you, Act.
And Charlamagne.
I'd have popped some champagne for that nigga.
But he ain't even really hit Charlamagne. He just said Charlamagne gonna hate like he always do.
Right. Cool. That nigga Charlamagne really got like people think he's a hater because he's honest.
Yeah.
I don't really fuck with Charlamagne like that, but I respect any nigga that is honest, and if you ask him why you in his face, he's gonna tell you the same thing.
And then he not subjected to be wrong. So if he wrong, he'll say he wrong.
Yeah,
as far as he'll go back and say, like, he said that he was like, the Revival album was weak as hell, but this Kamikaze shit hard. Even though he's since shots at me, I don't give a fuck, but it's hard.
It's because I'm not overly invested into this shit.
Yeah.
I just care about the music, bro. That's it. I don't give a fuck.
And that's the bottom line for all of them niggas, for real. Him and Joe Budden.
Right. So I'm assuming Eminem talked about MGK, and then MGK talked about Eminem. Where the fuck did G-Eazy come in at?
Well, G-Eazy and MGK, it's kind of fucked up because it started with them.
G-Eazy and MGK.
Yeah. All right. Because what happened was, for a while, I guess in Germany they was on tour together and they got into it, and they all, I guess they came to blows, like they teams or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So they've been beefed out ever since then. So MGK just did a Funk Flex freestyle where he was like, I fucked your girl, basically. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to be me, nigga. You done like change your hair blind. You got the Prince earring like I be wearing. Like, you trying to be me. So G-Eazy came back like with his diss record. And when he dropped his shit, that's what Kamikaze came out. So it kind of overshadowed, because G-Eazy shit was hard. Because I listened to the shit.
All of them was good.
All of them was good, but G-Eazy shit
and that's shocking in any beef.
Yeah.
Whether you got like y'all know, like we hear like certain records, like, you know, this beef record, like
if this would have been Danny Brown and Hopsin and shit, like the other niggas he was shooting at, bro, it would have been terrible. But this shit was perfect.
Drake is a perfect when he, you know, the Meek Mill shit. Meek Mill shit was kind of light.
Yeah,
it's kind of light.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Tupac hit him up was the shit. The shit Biggie said was kind of light.
Yeah,
it was the impact, but
Nas and Jay,
shit, nah, both of them bitches.
Takeover, it wasn't. I don't think it was.
I just love the beat on Takeover.
No, I'm not saying it wasn't a good song. I don't think it jabbed as hard as like what. It wasn't like.
Got yourself.
It wasn't dirty.
Yeah.
It wasn't dirty like Ether was.
It was. And then. And Takeover, he was talking about other people too.
No, he was just talking about him as a man. But this nigga, like Nas was on Ether, he was like jabbing at this nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you a hoe ass nigga.
I'm in Ether,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? You good, bro. I got you.
All right, so, but you rarely get all diss records that's dope.
Yeah.
That never happens.
Yeah. I would say MGK shit might have been a little bit harder than Eminem One Shot. I need to hear an Eminem song after this now.
See, MGK shit, like as far as a beef record go, his shit was dope.
Yeah.
Eminem shit was more of a breath of fresh air. Like, finally we hear this nigga on some rap, on some good shit.
No, I think it was cold.
And then G-Eazy shit was smooth as fuck. Like, G-Eazy was smooth.
Yeah,
like,
he came in smooth, nigga, but with Eminem shit, I don't think he didn't have enough time because he was aiming at so many niggas.
Right.
He only addressed him in them the little one line, the two lines.
Right.
So if he come out with another song for this nigga, I think it'd be more interesting, because I don't feel like, I think he just gave him a little warning shot and then MGK came empty the whole clip.
I think we need to get our popcorn out, because I don't think this shit.
You don't think it's over?
I don't think it's over with.
I think that
it could be because all diss records was sweet.
But I feel like Eminem was listening to the Joe Budden podcast, and he told him like, "Come at me on some real shit when you ain't in your album rollout." So if he say something to Joe Budden, then it's gonna make Joe Budden rap again.
Right.
So it might get interesting because Joe can rap, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was listening to some shit.
We gonna talk about that
in the last couple of days.
We gonna get into that.
Yeah.
Right. But G-Eazy, Eminem, and MGK, y'all gotta leave this mayonnaise mayhem alone.
Nigga, what the fuck you mean?
I don't want to see no white on white crime.
Let it go, nigga. I want to see it all.
Get the popcorn out.
Nigga, get the popcorn.
All right, fuck it. I want to hear some shit. All right, now I want y'all to
shit
comment.
All fun and war.
I want y'all to comment. I want y'all to add us. Let us know which diss record y'all thought was
the hardest. Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, for real.
Now, like I said, we still gonna get on that some more just because more events happened. But I want to get on this Collin Kaepernick Nike campaign shit.
Yeah, let's get this out the way.
Shouts out to Collin Kaepernick for taking a stand when nobody else. I mean, for taking a knee to take a stand.
Yeah.
There you go. Taking a knee to take a stand. I commend you for that, brother. What is the slogan for the campaign? You risk everything, or some shit like that. Like,
I forgot the actual quote, but it's along the same lines.
Yeah, something about risking everything.
For shit that matter.
So how do you feel about Nike? Like, I've been like on this social media shit for the last few days. I've been trying to see what people are feeling. And the number one thing I've been seeing was Nike just trying to use this to catapult them even further. I'm not saying that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying it might have been the case, but what makes them look better is that they had him signed since 2011.
Okay.
So that means he been sitting there and, you know what I'm saying,
getting
paid from Nike, and they didn't drop him after he kneeled.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, shit, they could have been capitalizing on it, but who would have like foresaw all of this shit happening like this?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Nike would have had to be a motherfucking genius to know that the NFL was going to lock this nigga out like they doing,
right,
and it was going to be a big ass conspiracy like it is.
Right.
Because I don't think even him doing that thought it was going to be as big as it is now.
I don't really have an opinion on it because
I don't think it's a bad thing.
I don't think it's a bad thing, but I'm not sure how good it is. And I say that to say this. People always talking shit to Jordan about what Jordan does for kids, and these kids be out here killing themselves for these shoes, doing all this, that, and the third. Right?
Yeah.
What fucks me up the most is I'm a shoe nigga. So I know a lot about this shit. You feel me? Jordan, yes, he still gets paid, but Nike releases those shoes.
Yeah.
Nike owns the retro. It's a fact.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody buying them ugly ass Westbrooks.
Yeah.
Niggas is fighting and shit and over the retros. It's a Nike thing. Nike releases that. They control that.
Yeah, but
so listen, let me finish. So for them to back Collin Kaepernick, I feel like it's one of those things that it's a just do. You feel what I'm saying? Fully endorse, yes. Because you niggas been quiet over there. Like crickets. You let niggas run Jordan through the mud.
It's a difference. Jordan was an asshole.
I understand that. But what I'm saying, I'm making a direct connection from the shit people say and why they say it. I'm correcting that assertion that people make all the time.
Yeah.
Niggas is buying them threes and they get killed over them or fives and Jordan ain't said shit. Jordan ain't got nothing to do with that. He don't own Nike.
But that's not only reason why they say something about Jordan. Jordan don't speak on nothing that's political, and he don't.
I would rather have a nigga that don't say shit about politics than a nigga that I'm gonna say something about this and I ain't gonna say nothing about that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that let me know that politics ain't your shit. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't your shit. I get it. I'm not saying Jordan a perfect individual. My thing, I'm strictly talking about the role Nike plays. You feel what I'm saying? You didn't say, like, you don't never say nothing negative, or not even nothing negative, but you don't speak up about like, inconsistency and all these injustices.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think they speak on Nike because if you go off of that, then Adidas does the same thing when the Yeezy come out. It's only a certain amount of shoes that come out in the same release. People getting killed over that shit.
I have never seen a nigga get choked up for Yeezy.
Well, then you need to go on YouTube and watch these niggas getting trampled and shit over Yeezys.
And
it's the shit is happening. What I'm saying,
you saying like trample, like niggas running in that bitch. I'm talking about niggas literally, hey bro,
or getting robbed for Yeezys, bro.
I ain't never heard of a nigga getting robbed for Yeezys.
Yes, bro. Look,
I'm sure it happened.
You need to look into it, bro. What I'm saying is it's the shoes that's reselling it for a lot. Right. So it's like these Jeremy Scott releases and shit like that.
Right.
Those are the ones that's high demand and people getting hurt for and shit.
Right.
So it's all across the board with shoes. With Jordan, everybody's strife is, nigga, you don't speak for the black community at all. LeBron James, he in a position where he speak for us and he don't have shit to gain from it because he already got the black community.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. He can speak out on shit. Jordan never speaks out on anything. Right. And then he owned like fucking prisons and shit that's imprisoning us. So it's like, nigga, you not helping the culture, and then niggas getting killed for your shit.
I told you a long time ago that ain't no heart and wealth. Mm-hmm. I'm telling y'all now, it ain't no heart and wealth. A lot of you niggas, a lot of your people that you look up to that are billionaires or multi-millionaires,
yeah,
they own and endorse shit that deliberately hurts the community.
Sometimes.
Listen, how many of your favorite rappers endorse vodka or some type of liquor?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Damn near every last one of them niggas that made any money, is something.
Yeah.
But niggas ain't saying shit about that. You cannot pick and choose or where you gonna have a strife with. Yeah. That's my biggest thing about life.
The only thing that's with that is they got something to compare it to. Because they saying that he's the greatest and he's
we don't say that.
No, I'm talking about as far as like a cultural icon. Like he provided like Jordan brand to the culture, so he's one of like the biggest icons. But as far as like he don't fuck with us, so why is he our icon? So
how do they know he don't fuck with niggas?
Because I'm telling you, he don't speak for us.
A lot of these niggas don't. None of these niggas speak for me. Not one.
A lot of people do. You can't say that, bro. You got niggas like Kendrick Lamar.
Nobody speaks for Dre at all.
Oh, you talking about for you? No, I'm talking about for black people.
As far as what?
Our strifes and shit that we go through.
Bro, we go through shit by choice. We done had this conversation in the world. Mm-hmm. We go through shit by choice. How many, like, everybody know that all of this shit play, like, you don't have to do it. Yeah. You don't have to indulge in that shit. I can't keep blaming a nigga for some shit that happened 450 years ago for now. I'm alert. I know that happened. I know what could happen. Let me change. I'm going to change the narrative. Real change starts with the people around you.
I understand that, but we're not just talking about like that type of shit. We talking about like Flint, Michigan and the water situation.
It's fucked up, yeah.
What I'm saying is LeBron will send money and Nike will send money, but Jordan won't send shit. And that's what I'm saying. That's just the type of person he is. So whenever,
I don't know, like, listen, you know, dog, the shit that happened in Haiti, the earthquake, that shit was fucked up. I ain't send a nickel.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? The fucking all them hurricanes and shit be jumping off. That shit happened in Dominican Republic. No, it wasn't DR.
No, it wasn't DR.
Well, one of them motherfucking islands that I plan on going to vacation.
Yeah.
I ain't send 3 pennies. Nothing.
Yeah.
So who am I to judge this man on what he does and what he contribute to? Nigga, we stayed an hour from Flint, fam.
Yeah.
I didn't send a bottle of water.
What?
I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to make my point is I will never look down on you for doing something that I'm not doing. And that's all you got in the world is a bunch of motherfuckers telling another motherfucker what the fuck he should do with his money.
But it's different only because you're not in the circumstance to give like he's in the circumstance.
Even if I was.
Especially when you taking so much from the culture by we putting
the check. How is he taking
in,
so much?
Because niggas go out and go crazy for your shoes, so that puts a check. He's
not benefiting 100% off.
It doesn't matter.
It's not his choice.
But I'm telling you, Nike is sending the shit. So if Nike is the one who's distributing the shoes, then they putting in their profits, and he's still not doing nothing.
It's not his choice.
It is his choice.
They don't say, "Hey Jay, Jordan, you want to bring out the twos this time?" No, nigga, they got a whole team of motherfuckers. They own that shit, my G.
I'm just telling you, bro.
I'm telling you.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Don't think like that. Please don't.
If Nike is giving something, how you saying Jordan is? Why was Jordan obligated? He's not obligated, but we saying, nigga, you get money off of this shit regardless if you getting the whole
So you
or
want
a little
nigga,
bit.
I don't want that check, that blood money.
No, not saying that, but nigga, give a little bit
I
of
can't
money
tell
back.
nobody
You can
what to do with
afford
their
it.
money. You cannot.
You
no
can't.
matter how right or wrong you think that shit is, bro. I cannot tell nobody what to do with their fucking money, bro.
Exactly, but you still can judge them.
Only God can judge me. Who the fuck is you?
No, that's the only one you give a fuck about. But the world
Bro,
can judge you, and
I
that's
don't-
just what it is.
That's cool. But you know what's not gonna happen?
What?
I'm not gonna stop getting paid.
Exactly. So what the fuck does it matter?
Right. So like I said, so back to what the fuck I'm saying. I don't give a fuck about what, like, you think I should have did this? You know how many bro, you know how many motherfuckers that should have done something in Detroit for Flint
Yeah.
that didn't?
But you downplaying it, bro.
I'm not downplaying it. What I'm saying is the whole Collin, and then you said they had him signed since 2011, right?
Yeah.
When did the kneeling happen?
Maybe like 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay, so it's 2018 right now.
Yeah.
So we talking 2000? No, it was last year, 2017.
Yeah.
That's when it was. So
No, that's not when it started because he didn't play last year. It was the year before that.
Okay, year before that. So 2016.
16.
All right, so 2 years ago, y'all. So prior to that, y'all had the nigga for 5 years.
Yeah, because he was a Super Bowl champion.
Boom, 5 years y'all had him. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Okay. Then he took a stand by taking a knee.
When we saying nothing, he didn't have. Like now, it's supposedly supposed to be merch and shit coming behind us. He had campaigns and shit, but it wasn't like it didn't had a full rollout like it do now. So they was fucking with him.
But the whole campaign for Nike, they gonna pay you whatever for being a part of the Nike whatever. But we gonna use you to promote our brand.
Yeah.
Period. You a Super Bowl champ, so we gonna throw some Nike shit on you. Get a couple jogging pants, couple t-shirts. Take a picture and the nigga is gonna promote us.
Yeah, exactly.
In turn, I'm giving you about $100,000 worth of merch. And maybe, you know what I'm saying, another 100 bands. But because you are you, I'm going to make $40 million. That's how that shit work.
But I don't think the contract's that small. You kind of like minuting it. It's not that small.
I am. But I'm just trying to give context on the gap of what I'm giving you versus what we will make off of you.
Yeah.
That's the gap. Like, that's how big I think it is. I haven't seen the contract now.
But that's for you to negotiate too.
That's cool too. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But no, okay, so now we're gonna sit you down for 5 years, but we got you for 5 years, paying you a little money, whatever. After that 5th year, you stand up by taking a knee. And then 2 years later, now we gonna publicly let people know, like, hey, we behind this nigga. Why? Why not stand behind him when the shit popped off? When he first got boxed out?
Because they probably didn't think it was gonna go like this. Because I told you, everybody didn't really. They underestimated this situation. They thought it was just gonna be the NFL gonna be mad at it, and that was it. But the backlash that came behind that was a whole lot. It was more than a fine. It was more than suspension. It was like they iced this nigga out, and he's not able to play no more. Right. So the whole circumstances got big. So it gave an opportunity for that to happen. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
my nerves bad. Go ahead.
So I feel like at the end of the day, it's not. They had him. They could have dropped him when that shit happened, like most companies would do, because the NFL is such a big.
What you think people would have said about Nike if they'd have dropped him right after he dropped the knee?
To be honest with you, bro, in all likeliness, if they really didn't look at the situation for what it was, they already distribute, like, they have a contract with the NFL.
Right.
So they could have said, oh, you going against them and they not fucking with you? Then we cutting you. Because that's who buy all the jerseys and all the shoes and all that shit.
You are intelligent. You are intelligent. So I know when I ask you a certain question, I want you to understand, as my brother, that I'm not asking you for the intelligent answer. I'm asking you for the nigga answer. If Nike would have dropped Collin right after he dropped the knee, what do you think niggas would have said about Nike?
That they racist.
So they can't. They got to sit on it. So you're right. They played it out. Let me see how this shit gonna work. It's gonna take us 2 years to figure out how to spin this shit and help this nigga. You feel what I'm saying? It took them 2 years to figure out it. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But them backing him at that point, I feel like it's more to it.
I just heard they was paying him the whole time.
Now, shit got serious. Shit always gets serious up here. We're passionate people. I want to talk about not niggas, white people, pale faces, burning them run through the alleys and backs, or burning the
socks, the
socks and the little cheap ass merch that they buy. Mm-hmm. It's the funniest shit in the world.
They do the same thing when the player move cities.
You spent $3 on them old ass Nike socks. You think that's doing something to Nike?
They don't give a fuck, nigga. That's the bonus money, bro.
The funniest shit is y'all really think that they give a fuck. You ain't spending no money, nigga.
And that's why I say it make a lot of sense for Nike, because they got like LeBron James who speak out a lot about that type of shit. So they in the realm of working with those type of niggas anyway. Collin Kaepernick just fit right in with that mold.
Any motherfucking white person that cut up anything or burn any of them motor lawn threes.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Dre Big Podcast.
Yeah.
She was hilarious. Any of you niggas that cut anything, y'all niggas is racist.
I heard another angle. I heard another angle at that shit that it was kind of interesting, as far as they said that Nike, with doing the campaign with Collin, it kind of like positioned them as the opposition against Adidas, because Yeezy, Trump, Collin, you know what I'm saying, pro-black. So it kind of like, and then, you know, Adidas just passed Jordan as far as like they the second brand. Like
Jordan brand was actually up there in the running?
Yeah, it was number 2. It was Nike, then Jordan brand, then
I ain't
Adidas.
never seen a nigga with no Russell Westbrook on.
They passed him now. But it's the LeBron James, the Kyrie Irvings, the KDs, all of those shoes are selling a lot now. Right. So it goes back to what you was kind of saying, like they kind of positioned themselves to be like that, but at the same time,
why
not capitalize on it if y'all are already
I said, as far as the business go, I don't have nothing against that.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking on what I see.
Yeah.
And what I think is happening.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like that's all that's it with that. You know, but I'm not even gonna shout out Nike for the shit.
I am. Shout out Nike.
I'm not.
Send me some shit if y'all, you know what I'm saying. Gorilla J on Instagram.
My thing is, explain to me why it took 2 years for y'all to turn it around. I'm not a dummy. Pretty good, pretty marketing savvy.
But we don't know what was going on behind the scenes. They could have been working with this nigga on getting everything together as far as what the merch gonna look like getting visual. They could have been hands-on working, because sometimes shoes take that long to form when they do like LeBrons and shit like that. Niggas
gonna buy that nigga shoe if he drop a shoe.
And it's gonna be merch too. And it has to make sense. It's probably gonna be some all black shit with the white, you know what I'm saying, outline.
It's gonna be black, green, and red.
Bro, it's gonna be looking like some Blackfish shit. And it's just gonna look like some shit you can just throw on and look militant in. Mm-hmm. It's probably gonna be all black. It's gonna be the shoes. It's gonna be the motherfucking jerseys. It's gonna be the headbands, the hats, all that shit.
I ain't got no problem with that. But like I said, that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
But, you know, I know that shit got deep. I love you, you know, but I like when we had them conversations.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you understand what I was saying though?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, as far as but I just feel like the positioning.
None of this shit is on accident though.
I think they all felt. I don't think the circumstances was forethought. I thought them niggas kind of went on the whim with this shit. They just adjusted.
It's too much paper on the line. Anytime we talking hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars, none of this shit is on accident, bro.
But who could have foresaw that Collin Kaepernick is gonna be outselling? Outselling. He when he dropped this merch, he gonna outsell LeBron, and Kyrie, and all of these niggas who've been putting up
because people
numbers
are
on the board.
Support him just for doing what he did.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying.
So to sign him, you didn't think that was
you
gonna
already
happen.
had him.
I'm saying, but to sign him in the beginning, you never would have thought that he was gonna make that much money. So to cut him when he started doing that shit would have been nothing, because they didn't anticipate making that much money. Right. By keeping him and letting this shit ride out and then releasing it like this, it's perfect. It's like it's the payoff for them doing a good deed.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They just lucked into the shit.
Or let me do one good thing. Because over here I'm lacking.
It could be that too.
You feel what I'm saying? It could be a lot of things.
Yeah.
Or it could be, I look at it like, because realistically, if Nike drop whatever merch and they say 100% of these proceeds goes to Cap, then I'd be like, you know what? That's some, you know what I mean? Y'all, like, I like, shit, damn, like, I don't even think I could do that.
Yeah.
But that's not gonna happen.
Shit, you never know.
It's a business.
Think about it. By
But
doing,
realistically, whatever they do is gonna affect their sales other elsewhere.
but I'm saying if they let him get 100% of those proceeds, bro, whatever they drop after that, everybody fucking with
Everybody
Nike.
fucking with. But everybody fuck with Nike anyway. Niggas wear Nike in the club.
Yeah, bro. I ain't even
Niggas
gonna
don't hold
bullshit. I'm a
Nike
Nike
fit on.
nigga. That's why I shout them niggas out. Shout out Nike.
Niggas wear Nikes in the club, nigga.
I've wore Nike in the club.
I'm just saying though, but we didn't used to.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
I wear a whole Nike tech suit, nigga.
In the club though, like nigga,
club.
Nike is not just for gym shoes.
Why
no
am my
more,
pants chain hanging, nigga? It's cool.
Nigga, we in that bitch with a Nike hoodie on, nigga, with some sneaks on, like nigga, hey.
Yeah.
But I don't want to stay on that shit too long. But I just want you to understand how I feel, and just pay attention to certain shit a little deeper.
Nigga, I hope you understand what I'm saying, though. Everything ain't a conspiracy, bro.
I'm not saying, and you think I'm a conspiracy theorist. You always thought
I am to an extent. That's why I can. But in this case, I ain't looking.
When it comes to business, I understand it a little different because I understand the marketing side.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Just like when we was talking about the podcast shit, these niggas going back and forth. I see the potential to make money. Yeah. It's something where people might not see it.
I told you, I see the same thing, bro.
They see it as, it's just happening. No.
That's why I said I couldn't believe it because, I couldn't 100% believe it because you don't know if it's like some real WWE shit where they trying to drum up promotion.
Right. But I can see where the money can be made. And I think anytime where you can see, and I'm going to say obviously because I know a lot of people don't see that. You feel what I'm saying? You have to kind of know a little bit about the shit.
Yeah.
But we looking at the shit and right off the bell, they about to make a killer. Other niggas like billionaires and millionaires, they like, damn, they about to make a killing. Because they see it already, because they already in the game, they know.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Even, like I said, even if they give Cap 100% of the proceeds for his shit, in which people will support, Nike will forever be the brand that black people support no matter what. And
they gonna make way more than that.
And they
just
gonna make
one little...
whatever Cap is getting for his shit, which is probably gonna be a lot, they're gonna triple that in other sales.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And they already killing them.
Yeah. They
already getting it. So, that's just how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate Nike. It's none of that. My third eye.
Again, Nike, Roller J on Instagram.
I mean, if they gonna give me some free shit, I'm not gonna turn it down. I'm a flex.
No, you talking that shit, nigga. You stay over there with your conspiracy.
Listen. I'm not saying nothing bad about Nike.
I know, nigga.
I'm just a nigga. I see some shit that other people don't see.
You see some shit that might be, you know what I'm saying, a little fugazi.
Fugazi.
Yeah, funny in the light.
You know what I mean? Long as Cap getting, as long as he all right, if he all right with it, then I don't see him, a nigga who, you know what I'm saying, took a knee to take a stand, getting in bed with some motherfuckers that's on some scummy, dirty shit.
So that's the kind of...
But at the same time, the nigga, don't he got kids?
I don't know, but he already got... Dog, he good, bro. I ain't even gonna bullshit. Just too many people that's been, like helping him out. Right, you see how everybody came to the aid of my man's, what's his name, Jeffrey, my man's from The Cosby Show?
Oh, yeah. I want to talk about that too.
Nicki Minaj just gave this nigga $25,000 on her radio show the day before yesterday.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Good segue.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that. Now, if y'all don't know who Jeffrey... Is it Owens?
Yeah.
Jeffrey Owens he played Melvin on The Cosby Show.
Yeah.
One of my favorite characters because he was
it Melvin or Nelson?
Nelson. Was it Nelson?
Nelson.
Probably. I don't know.
Okay. I think it was Nelson.
But shouts out to him, though. Somebody took a picture or a video of this man working at Whole Foods.
No, it's Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
I was going to say some funny shit, but that shit not funny. You know what I mean? You on TV for a long time. You know what I mean? And I think he was on The Cosby for a few years.
Yeah.
Getting them checks.
Yeah.
After that, it was a done deal.
He did little shit spotting, but you know what? Like, okay, I was watching Gary Owens' podcast, Get Some podcast.
Shouts out to Gary Owens.
And he was saying, like, with an acting career, It's like a lot of people when you get like on your last day, they announce your name and be like and clap for you and say like you rapped.
Right.
He like after that point, you unemployed again.
Facts.
Because it's only a contracted job. So,
right. So
in between times, so in between times while you doing other shit, you get a regular job so you can have some steady money coming in, especially if you got a family.
Right.
Because obviously after the Cosby, like Bill Cosby shit, they pulled it off TV.
Oh,
so they ain't getting no royalties off that shit no more. So the nigga
even if it was still on TV, he's not on there the entire run.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, the earlier episodes, ain't nobody really watching them. The later ones,
Nah, nigga, I watched all that.
I watched them all, but the majority of people, they go for the episodes where Lisa Bonet older and shit.
Yeah. Okay. But, so somebody took a video of him working at Trader Joe's, and I guess they tried to make fun of it. Like, the shit was funny.
But the lady had came out after the fact. She said she didn't do it maliciously. She was trying to do it as far as, like, I seen, like, no, his name Elvin. That's his name.
Elvin.
Yeah. So she was like, I just seen a quote, nigga, pop up. It just popped in my head. But yeah, she seen him and she wanted to, like, as on some fan shit.
Yeah.
And she didn't mean to embarrass him and shit like that.
And he was Sandra's husband, the oldest daughter.
Yeah, Sandra's husband.
Yeah.
But she said she didn't mean to embarrass him like that.
Right.
You know, she just didn't know how to, like, she
helped him.
She didn't want to say nothing to him and embarrass him in the moment in front of everybody.
She helped him.
Yeah, she did.
She helped him. Now, let me ask you a question.
He just got hired by Tyler Perry.
Yeah, Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry put anybody in the goddamn... TP, come out at us, man.
He put up a little interview about it saying that he admired anybody who will work for, you know what I'm saying, like, for their family in between and hustle. That show hustle. And he was like, anybody who like that, I need them on my team.
That's what's up, TP. It's a good look.
Yeah, I fuck with Tyler Perry.
I mean, I can really be on some old conspiracy shit, but that's a good look, though. I'm just saying, because I see the money.
I mean, I see it with Nicki Minaj, nigga. Her album, she trying to get some more sales with that shit.
I see the money.
She trying to get some more sales.
I'm just letting you know that
shit.
I see the money. As a matter of fact, the name of this episode is I See the Money.
I see the money.
That's it. You know,
they named themselves, bro. You ain't got to enforce it, bro. You come up with a name before we good.
Now, before we, I want to talk about this Bobby Brown move, but let's end it.
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't. I watched a little bit of it.
I'm gonna punch you in your goddamn eye, bro. You had one assignment, my nigga. Is watch the goddamn movie.
Bro, I'm a busy man.
I know, bro. I pieced that shit together and then I watched it again.
I got it on the DVR.
Me too, and that's how I seen it.
Shouts out to DirecTV for having the DVRs and shit, man.
Yeah,
you record shit and watch that shit again. Well, I watched a little, just a tiny smidgen of it.
Yeah.
I seen a sex scene. Think he was fucking Janet.
Yeah.
All right, cool. But you think this nigga was fucking Janet though?
I mean, she
like,
she didn't come out and refute it though.
I've been really playing the fly on the wall. I definitely use my social media as a
way to get
to get informed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story about social media before we get into this. So I was off social media for a year. I had to do some reflecting. Had to really feel what I wanted to do, and I added up some time. And I spent about 6 hours a day on social media. I want y'all to do that too. Like, that's some homework for y'all. I want y'all to think about how many times and how long y'all on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all that shit. Because most of us got everything.
Yeah.
So you might spend 10 minutes here. You might jump over here. You might scroll. If you got all four and you spend 10 minutes on all four, that's 40 minutes. You're going to do that shit maybe 4 to 5, maybe 4 to 8 times a day.
Yeah.
It's a few hours. Right?
Yeah, it rack up time all the time.
So now I use my social media my social media, accounts just to stay informed. But the funniest shit is, my wife get home from work. I didn't work this day. We talking, the fucking news on. And a picture of Prince come up on the news. And I said, hell yeah, Prince coming, we in that bitch. She looks me dead in my face and say, nigga, Prince is dead. I almost lost my breath. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I unmuted. Like, damn, this nigga dead. Shed a tear. Not gonna lie. But I realized I would have known about this shit if I was on social media.
Yeah.
Like, shit before it happens. So I utilize social media for those reasons to stay informed.
Stay informed, yeah.
So, and I say that to say that. So I'm watching the social media and I'm seeing the shit people posting about this Bobby Brown shit. did he really fuck Janet? Did Whitney really the one who started smoking crack? I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, nigga. I ain't waiting. Y'all gotta relax. I was like catching a breath.
Yeah, he was overwhelmed with
Like,
the information.
whoa, wait a minute. This nigga telling his story now. Whitney is no longer here amongst the living to tell us if that shit true or not. I want to ask you, cause it's all entertainment. Yeah. It's a story. I'm sure somebody gonna be like, nah, it didn't happen like that. But realistically, the interactions and the encounters were it wasn't a lot of people around. You understand?
Nah, because like the one where it was like scenes and shit where they would have like New Edition people that was there during shit that was happening.
Right.
And they wasn't all together, but they was like hanging with him. Like Ralph was there. Mm-hmm. What's his name? Ricky was there. Ricky was there in the moment where him and he looked at Whitney after like he got high and shit and thought she was trying to kill him. Mm. And like, I gotta get off the bus, and he put the pistol on the bus driver, like pull this bitch over, hopped off the bus, ran up into some motherfucking plantation looking ass house, and the nigga put a rifle on him, like, get the fuck away from my crib. And Ricky was like calming this nigga down, like, bro, relax. Everything good, just come back to the bus and shit. Right. He didn't even want to like fuck with Whitney at that point. But it was just like, we'd know soon enough after this movie then came out, like the family members. But for the most part, it was a lot of people around during those situations, like her best friends and shit like that. So we'll know if it's not true.
I think the most important question that everybody want to know, including me and Big Jay, is did he really fuck Janet Jackson?
I think he did, because she ain't say nothing about it. Because he put it in his book like 2 years ago.
I heard about that, yeah.
And she ain't said shit about it. And then the reasoning, she said she couldn't fuck with him because her parents didn't want her to fuck with a black dude, basically.
That's a lot to say about your mom and daddy.
Yeah.
That's a lot to say. And y'all niggas is the niggas of niggas.
Because he got mad. He like, nigga, you marrying a backup dancer, nigga. I'm the main event. I got backup dancers, too. Like, nigga, you, like, what that nigga got on me for real?
Not a thing. Now, did you have anything else to add with that Bobby Brown shit?
I thought it was well put together. I feel like it was a good follow-up to the New Edition shit.
Right.
It wasn't... it could have been, like, over the top, because Bobby Book was over the top. Mm-hmm. Like, him cooking frying chicken with cocaine batter and shit like that. Like, bro, like, he was on some wild shit. So they kind of tamed the movie down, and I like the way they did it, because a lot of the times when you dull down a book like that or dull down content like that, it don't be as impactful. It'd be kind of like a watered down TV version.
I wanna ask you a question.
What?
Chickens don't fly, right?
Nah.
So if I put some cocaine and make some chicken wings,
yeah,
would I fly? Like, what I think I just asking.
I don't know. I ain't never did cocaine, so I couldn't tell you, my nigga.
We gotta get a cocaine.
Chickens just don't fly, bro.
Chickens don't fly. I don't know. All right,
yeah, cool. Bro, I'm good.
This shit is hilarious. Shout out to Bobby Brown, though. Shout out to Bobby Brown. Niggas still trying to figure out why your face like that. Did he establish why his face got like that?
What you mean?
Like, oh, like crooked to the side?
I think it was the drugs. Because he OD'd and went in the hospital a couple of times.
Yeah, okay.
So he probably had like minor strokes and shit like that.
Right. But if y'all haven't saw it, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
It's a really good movie. And BET is like doing their thing as far
Shouts
as like.
Shouts out to MTV though.
No, BET.
Yeah, but they all under the same umbrella.
Yeah, they all Viacom, but
yeah. That's why I said that. I was just trying to be,
Yeah, but BET, they did their thing, and they've been doing good content with these movies and shit. So I hope they stay along the path with that shit. I heard they supposed to be doing a couple other biopics, so hopefully they turn out as good as that shit.
I think the main biopic I'm ready to see is Master P's.
I hope it's done right. I hope it. I hope they go. No, see, I hope they go to like a real studio and let them produce the shit, so they have a bigger budget. Because I feel like the shit they was doing was dope, and for them to try to emulate it in a weaker way, it ain't gonna be as impactful. That shit gonna be weak as hell.
The same thing with Cash Money.
Yeah, they got to go to a real studio and get them niggas to produce that shit for them.
Who else you think need a biopic? That's
Death Row need one for sure. I heard that's in the works. That's in the
works. Yeah, but I mean, I saw that coming.
But I need to see like the Suge shit. Like his story alone could be a movie. Yeah. Like that nigga, he was intricate in that. Yeah. So and then it goes to like he was working with NWA, and they can like lead into it.
Yeah, it's a lot to his story, but I think the people that need a biopic the most, to me, will probably be Outkast.
Theirs would be hard.
Outkast is my favorite rap group ever.
Okay. I think Wu-Tang would be hard too, because there's so many members and so many.
Wu-Tang.
No, but the individual artists like Old Dirty Bastard, to follow him in his story, to follow Method Man in his story.
It's too many people and too many stories.
RZA and doing movies and shit. No, I'm just saying.
Shouts out to RZA because I do like the movies and shit.
They can go a lot of ways.
I think he's a hell of an
shit.
actor. Now, not a hell of an actor, but he's a good actor.
No, but he produced movies and karate movies and all type of shit.
And shit.
Yeah.
It was good. Now, but I like I said, Outkast, and that's just because I fuck with Outkast heavy.
Yeah, for sure. I like Outkast too.
And but that's it about the Bobby Brown movie, right? Mm-hmm. You didn't say what you had to say? Okay, cool. Now, to the meat and potatoes. What's the time? Where we at?
Hour.
All right. So let's see how long we talk about this. Now, circling back around. So when we talked about the Mayonnaise Mayhem, Eminem on his diss track, what's the name of it, Jay?
Fall.
He mentioned Joe Budden.
Yeah. He said the only hit Joe Budden ever had is when he hitting bitches.
God damn, man, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
I think I've heard that kind of line.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's low hanging fruit.
But what I like about that, like, and that's like with me with diss tracks.
Yeah.
And even battle rap, because I'm a really, really big battle rapper.
Yeah, even with the smack and URL shit.
I like the niggas who can be intricate, but the impact is when the crowd don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. A plus B equals C.
I think the Machine Gun Kelly line was harder.
I argue that. But I don't want to dig that into his diss. I just want to make people understand that Eminem and Joe Budden. So I'll give you a little background. Joe Budden was signed to Shady Records. He still might be signed to Shady Records.
He is.
And he was a part of the group Slaughterhouse, which consisted of Crooked I, Royce the 5'9", shouts out to Royce, Joe, and Joel Ortiz.
Yep.
And it was more bars than a prison going on over that motherfucker. It was dope.
Hammer Dance, one of my top songs. I fuck with it.
Okay. Now, Joe Budden went on the most epic rant on Joe Budden's podcast if y'all hadn't checked that out.
Yeah.
You don't even have to watch the whole episode. The clip of this, just his rant about Eminem is
It was an hour. Yeah.
It's an hour and 25 minutes, though. Prepare yourself. But it's very, very interesting. What did you think about the rant, Big Jay? Do you think it was necessary?
I think it was necessary. I felt like it was valid only if he rapped after this. Because he's saying that he's been better than Eminem for the last 10 years.
Okay.
And if you look at it, I listened to Rage in the Machine. I listened to that shit. That shit was hard. What is it? All Love Lost. I listened to that shit. That was hard. Joe Budden got some songs. And
Joe
if you
Budden
really,
is a great beat picker.
Yeah, and they epic. It kind of like on the Ross type tip.
Yes. So you already know where I fuck with it.
Yeah.
Why I fuck with Joe as far as the music goes. Mm-hmm. Because he's an excellent beat picker.
And he fuck with niggas who was about the culture, like A-Rap music and shit like that.
And understand, we are from Detroit. We are in Detroit as we speak, and we are close to 8 Mile and Ryan.
Motor City.
Now, some people would think we would support Eminem.
Yeah.
Haven't been a fan of Eminem since the Eminem show.
For real.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah, me too.
So when Joe said, yo, M, you ain't said shit in the last 10 years. You are a hell of a rhymer in words. I've been saying this shit for the longest.
Mm-hmm. I have arguments all the time with people about that shit.
You know what, bro? I pick arguments like that.
Yeah.
Because it's it's arguable. But I always do it with white people.
Yeah.
Because I know they're going to go to bat.
I do it because Wayne is one of my top artists.
Yeah.
So to say Wayne not a top artist, how can you say Eminem is?
Top artist. Now, Joe says that Eminem is not a great lyricist only The world's best rhymer of words.
Yeah, that's what it is. The rhymer of words. Because he really don't say shit if you really think about it.
That motherfucker. Did y'all see that fucking freestyle when he did it in the train station when Royce was with him?
Yeah.
Chuckle up, knuckle up, fuckle up. Like, I don't buck. What the fuck are you talking about, my G?
They did a whole song with that shit on the album where they made fun of like the new genres.
Yeah.
And I ain't even gonna lie. They used the dude, Tay Keith, who did the Look Alive beat.
Yeah.
And I mean, what is it? Is it Look Alive?
We can say Look
Not
Alive.
Look
You know,
Alive.
Joe Budden and Black Boy JB.
No,
I said Joe Budden.
Drake and Black Boy JB.
Drake and Black Boy JB.
Yeah, but that's
It's Look Alive. I think it's Look Alive.
Yeah, I think it is Look Alive. But the same dude who produced that song, like the beat, did this beat, and he kind of like on the hook, he was just saying like raindrop. Kevin Federline, he just saying anything.
He was mocking the
but
Migos.
He was kind of like, the flow was kind of like there because he was doing they cadences and shit.
Yeah.
So he do satire shit. So to talk about Lil Yachty and all of them niggas, and they was talking about drugs and shit. He was talking about like that's lean music. That's why y'all listen to Lil Yachty. But nigga, you was making crackhead music like 10 years ago, my nigga.
I'm not fucking with you though.
You was popping pill M. You know what I'm saying, killing your mama and your girl and all of that shit. Facts. And you talking about domestic violence with Joe. Facts. Nigga, you was beating your bitch and talking about killing her on tracks all the time.
I don't think he ever said, or I don't think he ever beat on Kim.
It's domestic violence cases with Eminem. So for him to say that about Joe Budden, like, why would you do that?
Again, we got another nigga talking about another nigga about some shit that he did. Like, I can't do that, bro. Like, you look at the pot calling the kettle black, my nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't.
I never really
that's why I said
that.
It was low hanging fruit. He could have picked something else to go at Joe about. Like, nigga, you ain't like the hit shit was perfect. He ain't have to say the domestic violence shit. He could have like did that, finessed that a little bit better on that nigga. Because, like I said, he got the same case, nigga. You can't really argue that.
I see the money. Mm-hmm. Okay.
He see the money. That's why he went at Joe.
I see what I mean by I see the money. Eminem drops a surprise album dissing Joe Budden. The week before Joe Budden goes to Spotify.
Yeah.
Now
that's your conspiracy theory.
I see the money.
I know, bro, but
you understand? It's not a conspiracy. Conspiracies is.
But
it's a conspiracy. I see the money.
It's been on record that Joe Budden don't fuck with Eminem.
I understand that.
Even with his timeline that he gave.
I understand that, bro.
But you making it seem like they in cahoots for that to happen.
I see the money though.
I don't think
I see the money. Listen, I love you, bro, but I see the money. I'm not saying that this is happening, or that's what the fuck it is.
I feel like
I'm just throwing another thought out there. I see the money.
I understand that. And I see that too, but the only thing is with them,
it's a history.
No, it's not just a history. I don't feel like them niggas good enough actors to portray that they don't like each other that much. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but enough to jab at the fact that I beat on a bitch.
For him to take an hour on that shit and like break this nigga down.
I don't think I thought like, and I'm just being honest.
You ain't gonna do that to somebody who you in cahoots with.
He was hurt.
Yeah, he
Joe
was hurt.
Butthurt.
That's what I'm saying.
Butthurt.
You don't get that butthurt about somebody you in cahoots with.
I feel like Joe's rant was probably the worst thing he could have done in that situation.
I don't think so, only because he don't rap.
That's what he said. But he also says, say some more shit, and I will dust my mic off and dust your ass.
Yeah, because he admit, like, when he was listening to that shit, he was mumbling raps. So, nigga, at this point, like, he feel like he ready.
He probably got 178 bars right now.
In his brain.
Boom, I know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say this like this. This is the type of beat I need.
Because on the podcast, he brought up 2 songs that he was going to diss Eminem on anyway.
And he played.
You know what I'm saying? So, he already got ammo.
Yeah.
He just got to he just got to put it in 2018 for him. You know what I'm saying? Upgrade a couple references
take this
and
line
shit.
out. Niggas ain't using suicide doors no more. Lamborghini.
You know what I'm saying? Just adjust it. So he probably already got some shit in the cuff. That's why he talking like that. Because he was on this shit when he was talking. He like, nigga, you can't fuck with me, bro. And you know it in your heart.
That's why I say it was the worst thing he could have done. And I say that to say this.
Yeah.
Because at this point, the last thing, like if I'm a fighter and I'm a boxer, right? I'm a prize fighter. I make money.
Yeah.
And it's a nigga that I know I can give hands to. But this is the fight that people want to see.
Yeah.
If I don't plan on whooping his ass, the last thing I'm going to do is, nigga, you know what I do to you. I'm not going to do that. Because listen, what if I don't? What if he fucked me up?
He said that in the interview, not that he would get fucked up, but he was saying like, I don't like when niggas that don't rap, like who retired, talk all that shit. So I'ma chill, but you know what I'm saying. But if this nigga like really, I just gave him the ball is in his court now.
Facts.
So at this point,
it's purposeless for Eminem to say anything else, right? Because what he's done.
Not if you want this shit to continue.
Right. But my objective, like, I don't know what Eminem's objective is. Let's get Eminem on the show.
He trying to get as many records as he can get. And he already up there.
I want to talk about something else. But like I said, the reason why I say that was probably the worst thing Joe could have did, because you set yourself up. That's just like a nigga, and ladies, I'm sure y'all can vouch for this.
Yeah.
A nigga say, girl, I'll tear that pussy up, girl, I'll beat that motherfucker out. And a nigga come up short.
Yeah.
Literally. And figuratively. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga come up, nigga, you ain't hitting on nothing. You talked all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? I never would set myself up like that. I don't care how mad I am. You said what you said. Listen.
Unless you know the nigga is lesser than you. Because when he was saying on the podcast, it's like he was getting some of his sauce from us. So what he was doing is signing the niggas and getting the sauce from them and then leaving them out to dry. So what he's saying is like, nigga, I know what your pen is like for real. So I feel like that's why he really like on that shit. Cause he like, nigga, I know you can't fuck with me for a fact. So I'm gonna pick this fight and I don't give a fuck, bro.
I'm gonna put it to you like this.
You can do whatever.
I'm gonna put it to you like this. Because Joe is a great beat picker and Marshall is not.
Yeah.
I don't
put it past
this record's
Joe.
not gonna add up.
Yeah.
People are going to be biased and one-sided. Like, nigga, this beat hard. Like, just the clips of the snippets he was playing on the show.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, nigga, that shit sound amazing.
Yeah. And that shit that came out 4 or 5 years ago.
4 or 5 years ago. Like, that shit hard.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? You hear Eminem. I can't even do the beats because this is not even, you know what I'm saying?
And then Joe ain't like a aggressive ass nigga. He just
he's smooth. I'm going to talk to you.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Joe for having a voice.
Yeah, for real.
You feel what I'm saying? And so, like I said, I still, like, no matter what happens, if Eminem does say something, I feel like Eminem has a lot more to prove.
Than Joe? I think so at this point, yeah. Because Joe is the bigger person at this. He's the Drake in the situation, and M is Joe.
On top of that, Joe's platform is a lot bigger than Eminem's platform.
Yeah, right now. Well, no. As far as like listening to him, but as far as like record sales, that nigga still sold 300.
I ain't talking.
I get what you're saying though. Okay.
Record sales.
Yeah.
But Joe, people are checking for Joe.
Yeah, they checking for Joe.
They're not checking for Marshall.
Yeah. If he say he have to announce something and then people get interested. Joe, they just looking for him daily, like to see what's up.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I have no problem with that. But I'm anxious to see how this shit unfolds.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be. I think it'll be good for hip hop though? I don't know. I'm gonna take that. I don't think it'll be good for hip hop though.
I feel like if MGK and them, if his shit was like the sparring match they had, it was cool. I feel like him and Joe would be way more interesting.
See, I think
because I feel like Joe gonna break him down and talk to him for real.
See, I think, and maybe I'm, you know, I think a Royce and Emmett versus Eminem would be a lot more. Just because
it's a lot more there though.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like the whole, like in battle rap, like the best battles comes from when a nigga know you outside of battle rap, or because we've been in this shit for so long, I know everything. See,
because I kind of feel like Joe be feeling like for a long time, I strayed away from like speaking on that type of shit. Right. Even when you was doing shit that I didn't like,
right?
I still strayed away. And I said one thing and you got mad. Mm-hmm. So nigga, like I've been holding you down, and now I'm looked at as like a traitor because I said your album was whack.
I think it's more to it than that.
That you said that was whack in the first song that he said he didn't. He had a video of him stepping on the fucking Revival album. that came out when the Kamikaze came out. So what I'm saying is, like, nigga, you even admitting that you mad about it. So why is you even going at me, nigga? You saying the same thing I said.
Right. I still, Eminem got a lot more to prove than Joe at this point.
At this point.
So the ball is in Eminem's court.
Not as far as music, but relevancy. Yes.
Yeah. I'm not even about to say relevance. I said it right. Yeah, because I would say relevancy.
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
Reverend is a word, though.
Yeah, I know. All right, bro. So enough of that.
Yeah.
But still on that. So I want to talk about this Crooked Eye pull-up. Now, if y'all, like I said, if y'all don't know, we already talked about Crooked Eye. He was also a member of Slaughterhouse with Joe. And
they had a lost episode of the pull-up that's supposed to came out, but Joe decided because they talked a lot about a lot of personal Slaughterhouse shit that he didn't want to put it out, so he just put little clips that kind of like teased the shit.
Yeah.
And they gave you a little like context to the interview.
Yeah.
Him talking about it on the podcast. So it's probably like 4 clips on Instagram, probably like 30 seconds a piece. But they dope ass clips, and I hope he end up dropping this episode eventually.
They gonna clean it up though. They gonna clean
even
it
if
up.
he do, I still want to, because like from him showing us the scenes that we seen, he has to show the context to around that.
That right.
So that enough will be enough for me to be like, it's a good episode, because they was talking about some real shit, and I want to see what they was talking prior and after that.
I know their situation is a lot more realer, just because Joe always refers to them niggas as his brothers.
Yeah.
Nothing else, not them niggas, not none of that. I feel like he talk about them higher than he talks about Rory and Mal.
Yeah, he do.
Like,
and they know that. And I feel like the reason is because, like, the reason Slaughterhouse is over is because of Joe Budden. And the reason that Joe Budden felt the way he did is because he felt like he needed to get away from Eminem, because Eminem is not standing next to us, bro.
Right.
And we signed to him, and he's taking our sauce and shit, but he not fucking with us and not helping us out as a leader supposed to do.
Right.
He's like, nigga, you saying they asking for a feature, and they can't even get a feature from this nigga on the album.
Unless it makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? But they like, nah, it's not like he trying to do his own thing right now, do this. But he like, nigga, I'm looking at Ross standing next to Meek and Wale and everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, they was like sizing it up. Like, this nigga ain't fucking with us like that. And notoriously, Eminem was like that. There's so many people that left Aftermath, and even with Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine leaving. You get what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. Eminem is not the best businessman
at all.
And then the person who was handling most of the business, Paul Rosenberg, he's ahead of Def Jam now, so he don't have time to look over all the shady shit. You get what I'm saying? So that's the type of shit that was going, because he was getting ready to transition before that,
right.
Because he transitioned this year into the Def Jam shit, but even before that, he was like positioning himself to leave. So Eminem not the best businessman, and he didn't do right by Slaughterhouse.
Right.
And Joe feel like that's the reason the group is over, and I don't want to be into with my brothers, because he doing the same exact shit that we told him, you know what I'm saying, because Yellow Wolf left, and like artists that's tailor made to stand next to him, he ain't even stand next to. D12, they said that's the first group that he ever like fucked with, and them with his niggas, and he ain't standing back. Like, stand next to them like he should have. You get what I'm saying? He did.
Yeah, but they made a like that whole My Band record was kind of like a mockery of that, of him being a superstar.
Yeah, and not fucking with them.
But I still think realistically, like, other than Conniver, and I think Conniver's the producer.
Yeah, he produced for a lot of other people now.
None of them niggas had the it factor to be a successful solo artist or rapper, period. Like really, you gonna buy a Bizarre record?
Nah, but
I'm being honest.
I mean, but shit, they was along the same lines as M. I wouldn't buy an M record either.
They wasn't never on the same lines as M.
I mean, with the
satire video, I was in the back, like no.
No, I'm just saying though, they was doing the same type of satire shit as him.
Right, so the funny shit, the silly shit. No, it was the one song that was dope. That How Come shit.
It should have worked. You know what I'm saying? Purple Pills and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
That worked.
Yeah, I'm not saying
worked.
It didn't.
How Come worked. My Band worked. Like, they had hit records.
Yeah, what I'm saying is he at the point he's like distanced himself from them, and that's when they started the downfall.
Yeah.
Because they came out with an album after that by themselves without Shady on it.
And it I don't know what
it didn't do nothing.
Well, I mean, shit, nigga, Detroit niggas wasn't fucking with D12 for real.
Exactly. So you needed Marshall to stand next to him. Next to them and help them. He
probably
felt
shit. Like it fizzled out or it was fizzling, and it wasn't a good look to continue. Because I'm a superstar, and I jump on this ship and we take off. We on a boat. I'm still a superstar. Everybody know this. But I'm not. I can't stick around for this boat to sink.
But like Joe Budden said, he like, look at my niggas. I get a deal, my niggas get a deal. I get a Revolt deal, my niggas get a Spotify deal. Yo niggas, look at Bizarre. He looking fucked up right now. And that's some real shit. He like, my niggas is eating and you not taking care of your niggas. You know what I'm saying? He like, bro, I'm hinting at the type of person you is because you not helping the motherfuckers around you. You selfish. You use them niggas for what you can, and then when they done with, you dispose of them. So I understand him on that aspect. So I hope the back and forth go. Him and Joe, I feel like they formidable opponents for each other, and they can push each other to make some dope ass shit. So hopefully we see that moment.
All right. Well, we're gonna see.
Yeah, we see.
Popcorn out. Get your popcorn ready.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, I don't have anything else.
Rest in peace, Mac Miller.
Oh shit, damn, yeah,
You know what
I don't have all the information, but I seen it quick as fuck.
Allegedly, it was an overdose.
Yeah, it was allegedly, and people start blaming Ariana Grande for his downfall as far as drugs.
No, he always battled with drugs and shit, but what they kind of blamed her for is because she left him and then now she engaged. They was together a year ago. And no, actually they was together a little bit, like maybe 6 months ago or some shit like that. Now she engaged to another dude. So it probably kind of fucked with him too. And he was already battling substance abuse and shit, so he probably relapsed.
That's fucked up though.
And most time, I'm not trying to be funny enough, but most time when people relapse, they overdose because it's like, you know what I'm saying, reintroducing that shit into their system. They tolerance is different, so they might try to get real high and get fucked. So it's kind of fucked up. Yeah.
But yeah, rest in peace, Mac Miller.
Yeah, I fucked with his music. I ain't even gonna bullshit you, my brother.
No, I did too.
Fucked with his music and rest in peace. It's another fallen soldier that we have in this music industry. And
on that note, we gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, episode 34. Like, subscribe, share, Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, Facebook, all that shit.
Damn, man, we got a lot of shit going on.
iTunes. We naming it all.
I got an airplane coming. It's gonna drag our name across the sky.
Fuck it. Banner coming soon.
All right, Joe, we out.
Yeah.
What you mean? This wordplay. This ain't to make friends.